Hello, all of you vaingloriously wonderful people. This is the Karin Sultan Classic, and I'm about to find out if it'll off-road. Man, it has been a minute. Not since we'll off-road. Well, it has been a minute for 2 weeks. But since I have done anything video-related, I've been very ill. Very, very, very ill. Basically took... Man, I haven't done anything like actual editing, voiceover work, anything like that in 12 days. So yeah, it's been a minute, which is why things are behind on the YouTube channel. So for you channel members who are used to having me crash into a tree in a Sultan Classic, well, there you go. You got your fill. No, for used to having a little bit of advanced content to watch, my apologies. I'm going to try to start getting caught up this week. Still not quite 100%. You may hear it in my voice now and then. I'm not quite having the oomph that's normally there. Yeah, it took it out of me. I've been hobbling around like an old man, which I'm not an old man, so it sucked. But yeah, anyway, so we're back. This is episode number 231. We're currently going back in just this little short mini season and looking at some Dime Casino and Casino Heist vehicles. Both of them today are from Casino Heist. I think the same is going to be next week, and then the final week I think they're both from the Dime and Casino update. So this car is a handful. It's really light. It loves to go airborne, and it's all-wheel drive, so you can get a lot of grip as far as acceleration and get a pile on a lot of speed, but then you're airborne and you need to turn a corner, but your wheels are in the air, and so yeah, that just doesn't work until we get hover cars, which, you know, hey, bring them on. I've been using a hover pack in Satisfactory for the past 2 weeks while I've been sick, and I say I've mastered a hover pack. I very rarely fall out of the sky and die, so let's give everybody hover cars. What could possibly go wrong? Despite the fact that it is a bit of a handful, I do love Little Sultan Classic and everything that it represents. Its heritage, both in game and as well as its real life counterpart. Fantastic, fantastic little car. Just a lot of fun to drive around, even though it can be a bit of a handful at times. It truly can, but it did really well going up the mountain. I mean, we're practically there, though we're gonna struggle a little bit here. Again, the front end in the air coming up that incline, and I couldn't turn, and because of that, we get into a little bit of trouble. Probably costed about 10 seconds right there, but we are finally up to 4130. So, will it off-road? Of course it will. And did quite well with it. I was scared to go back downhill, though, as often as it likes to go airborne. I'm like, this could go very, very wrong. And it might. I don't know. I don't remember. I just edited this video today, but I don't really watch it when I edit it. I just kind of go to the start point of a run and to the end point of a run, put numbers in, and then I watch it. But it's been, gosh, it was a week ago today, and a week ago yesterday for you that we even recorded this. By the way, in the top left-hand corner is Commander Hobo. We were supposed to be joined by Raven, a.k.a. Mustachioed Grandma. If you've seen our Human Fall Flat videos, that's where that name came from. Or British Brandon, because his name's Brandon, and he's from the UK, so British Brandon, yeah, this thing. Just all over the place. So let's talk numbers. Out of 449 vehicles that we've tested as of this video, the Sultan Classic is 0.05 seconds slower than the Strider, and it is 0.117 seconds faster than the 10F. Moving on to its class, out of the 85 sports cars that we've tested, it is 23rd, so top third-ish. Oh, got that high here with my tail end. And it's the same split. It's very rare that it's in its class in the overall, but there we go. The same splits as the ones we just mentioned. And then in terms of Casino Heist, as of this video, we've tested 15 Casino Heist DLC vehicles. and it is number 6. It is 3/4 of a second. Oh, hey, Hobo. It is 3/4 of a second slower than the Replica GTS and 5.23 seconds faster than the Morgan. We had a lot of fun. It was just me and Hobo for this weekend. It'll just be me and Hobo again next week. We were supposed to have Straying Donkey and British Brandon, but again, neither one of them showed up despite on Discord where there's an event where I say, hey, here's the cars we're recording on the day and the time. They both like, yeah, I want to do that. And they didn't show up. So who knows? Who knows? But hey, you can take part if you join the Vainglorious Discord. All you have to do is, number 1, don't be a dick. And then number 2, be playing the game we're playing on the platform we're playing and occasionally overshoot your jumps like Hobo just did. And you can join us. Lovely, lovely time for a damage descent back to the top of the mountain to fling the car off in the rain. Of course, if you are a member of the Vainglorious Discord server, you not only take part in Roll It Off-Road, but all of our community videos and community live streams. We even right now have a Satisfactory server, though we might be a little picky about who we let in, because the first person that was kind of new, it didn't work out so well. No hard feelings, just kind of, they were doing their own thing, not really like, kind of contributing, but not really. But this isn't Satisfactory. I am going to have a Satisfactory video. Oh, what's stuck? He got his car stuck. I am going to have a little Satisfactory video, kind of just like a factory tour of what we built in the first month. Because 2 players of the 3 that are on the server were brand new, and then I've played, but I'm not like, it's been a minute. So, yeah, it's kind of cool seeing how far we've come in just a month. We finished the game, but we're still playing, of course, because it's Satisfactory and it's addictive, which is why I'm talking about it in every video that I make lately. I'm sure at the end of the week I'll probably be talking about it in Timberborn for some reason. I know I will. I just know me, and that's what's going to happen. Can we get over the woodpile? But no. Not even. Man, those bumpers are about to fall off. They're both just kind of hanging on for dear life. But we're down 124 and something. It went off the screen before I saw it, and I have to re-edit the video a little bit. But our damage is most of the windows, all of the lights. The front fenders and right front door are missing. The hood, trunk, and remaining doors will not close. And some other things that I cut off way too early. Man, you can tell I'm out of practice with editing videos. Sorry about that. Anyways, our next vehicle, the Grotti something or other. They're all the same anymore. Furia, yeah, that's what it says on the side of the car. That's what I wrote on the screen. It must be right. Gone are the days of the Grottis that were really memorable. The Stingers, the Stinger GTs, the Cheetah, the Turismo R. And now we just have Grottis that are just kind of generic and not very memorable, if I'm being honest. Which makes me sad, because in real life, I am a huge Ferrari fan. But even in real life, lately, like the F80? Yeah, F80, man. It's like, oh look, today is the day Ferrari no longer cares about design at all. It's not an ugly car, but it just doesn't, I don't know. It is definitely function over form, which there's nothing wrong with that in a hypercar, I suppose, but I just expect a little more from Ferrari. Maybe it's because I don't think they work with Pininfarina anymore, do they? I don't think they do. I think they do all their own in-house styling anymore. And it shows. You crazy Italians, hire some better designers. Anyways, this one was a lot of fun as well. And actually, when I drove it, I thought, average supercar performance. But then once I edited the video and looked at the times to do this voiceover, I was like, oh, well, that's a thing that happened. It's kind of impressive. Another impressive thing is you can actually see an ad-free, less edited version of the video with like our outtakes and fails and just the between the scenes that I cut out, and hear our Discord conversation instead of this commentary. If you're a channel supporter, link is in the description below how you can do all that. Not going to go into it, but also down there is World Offroad Bingo. You should click on that and play along, and if you win bingo, you will be our 6th ever winner out of 231 videos. We've had 6, which tells me I probably need to add a few more spaces to the board. And it's been a couple of years since we revised it. Oh, I got 2 hikers. Well, there's a bingo spot for you. I get excited about it, thinking of hikers. But yeah, this thing's climbing. Look at that. Just barely over 2 minutes, and we're at the top. This is just like our final little climb right here. This has been really surprising. Despite the fact that it's been bouncing around and wanting to spin out, it has turned in just an incredible time. I even almost overshoot, and we're still managed to get up in 2:27:08. So yeah, it'll off-road. I didn't have time to ask a question, but yes, it will. In terms of overall performance, out of the 449 vehicles we have tested, it is 19th, so just there in that top 20. It is 0.067 seconds slower than the Yosemite 1500. What a thing to trail. And then it is 1.183 seconds faster than the Ocelot Virtue in supercars. And this is where, like, when I edited the video, I'm like, oh, that's a pretty good time. But I didn't have the spreadsheet open at the time, which there's a link to the spreadsheet down in the description down below as well, where all the cars are listed. It's just an overall, and then there's a tab for class, and there's even a tab for our special snow series that we do. Oh, car going a little sideways there. And then broken down by DLC. So if you're curious, how did all the Mercenaries cars do? You can go find out. Because that's one of the DLCs where we actually tested everything. I don't remember what DLC I finally decided we are going to test everything. And even then, we still sometimes don't. Like, we didn't test all the drift cars, and if there's like some stupid mean vehicle that I just don't spend like $23 million in game on, then we don't test that unless somebody else owns it in the beginning. But anyways, supercars, we've tested 49. This is the new reigning champ of the class, number 1. Same split to the Ocelot Virtue, which was previously the number 1. Which is kind of how that works. If it's now number 2, yep. In terms of Casino Heist, out of the 15 that we've tested, it is 3rd. It is 177 seconds slower than the Outlaw, and 1.817 seconds faster than the Retinue Mark II, one of my favorite cars to take off-roading, in fact. Just love the Retinue Mark II in the dirt. It is a huge amount of fun, as you hear me fumbling with my trash can to throw the note card away because I don't need it anymore. I probably should have been saving those over the years. 231 World Off-Road note cards. Can you imagine? That'd just be kind of cool to go through them. Put all the numbers in the spreadsheet, and I don't know. People can't read my handwriting anyway. I have the handwriting of a serial killer 6-year-old. Or 6-year-old serial killer. No, because that sounds like a serial killer. Yeah, let's not go there. Anyways, jump from Hobo. Does he manage to stay up on the highway this time? He does. Good job, Hobo. So we are back to the top for our final damage descent of the week. And since this is all-wheel drive, like the previous car, got a really good launch. However, didn't really matter much because I just stopped dead on a tree. So, yeah. It happens. What are you going to do? I tell you what, though. This is my longest running series that I have on YouTube, and I consistently still have the most fun recording and editing these videos. It's just, and it always comes down to this damage descent. It's just goofy. It's pointless, the damage descent. It's not really testing anything. You know, it's just, this is the GTA part of the game. You know, instead of being all somewhat serious and sciencey, going up and down the mountain and you know, talking about cars, traits, and the times and where they stand. Throwing them off the side is clearly just gratuitous violence. By the way, look at that. I broke my rear spoiler. It's not coming up anymore. Which means I don't have the benefit of a spoiler anymore. Which I'm going to blame on that. That or the rock, not my driving at all. Couldn't be my driving. That couldn't be my driving either. It's just lack of the spoiler. Flew me right into the side of that culvert. So, over the woodpile this time? Almost. Oh, hi Hydra. But we are down 1 minute, 36 and a half seconds. So, got a goalpost. Did you see that? Holy crap, go. Anyways, damage on the Furia. Most of the windows and lights. The front is gone, the right door is gone, the left door won't close. Has a broken spoiler, and it has minor body damage. I read that really quick just in case I screwed up this part of the edit too. But nope, looks like I got this one right and slow. So I went way too fast. So we can watch Hobo do donuts in the background. Anyways, there's our support vehicle. I forget the name of that. The Imaggio? I think maybe that's the Imaggio. I don't know. And from the rear, and that's going to do it for this week's World Off-Road. We'll be back next week with the Bugstars Burrito and then the Lampadati Komoda. Very odd matchup, but hey, they're cars we hadn't done. I want to thank you very, very much for watching. Truly, I do appreciate it. There are thousands of things you could have spent right here on YouTube, or just other things, you know, in your life that you could have done, and you chose to spend it with me watching my silly off-road video, and that means a lot to me. Until next time, I'm Brandon, reminding you to stay vainglorious.